Holiday edition. Hope everyone's doing well. We have a lot of orders to ship out. Poshmark beat eBay this weekend, but it was close. Sorry, eBay beat Poshmark. I got that wrong. It was going to be Poshmark, but eBay squeaked it out in the end. 15 eBay, 13 Poshmark. Nice little weekend. We'll take the 28 orders. And actually, I think did we just sold another one? Yeah, I think we're at 28 right now. And a coffee order, so 29 total orders. Maybe we'll get an order during the live right here. This is one of the bins. We actually have like 2 bins worth of stuff to ship out. We got a lot of really cool stuff too. Some really great sales, some retail arbitrage, some suits and blazers, golf polos, a lot of golf polos. Yeah, just all over the world, I think. Do we have jeans too? I see some pants. I don't know if we have any jeans, but definitely a lot of pants in here too. Hope everyone's having a good day. Let me know down below in the chat. Are you, do you got a day off today? Yes or no? Day off, maybe? No? We're working over here. We're getting some suits and blazers, all that stuff. Let me know down below in the chat. First person to say eBay, Poshmark, or coffee. That's what we'll ship first. eBay, Poshmark, or coffee. Hit it up down below in the chat. That's where we'll get started. We got work to do, so we're going to roll. Kit Kat says eBay. Let's do it. So we'll jump right into it. First order eBay is in Armani blazer, Armani Collezioni. So we'll go ahead and get that shipped out. I'm going to print out all these labels in bulk this morning on eBay. I don't do that a lot. I used to do it all the time, but I'm going to do that today. Let's try that out. Do one little thing here. Chat. There it is. Hello. Thanks for everybody for tapping the screen on TikTok. I appreciate that. I see you. Erica, you were a little late on the coffee. We will ship out coffee. We will ship out Poshmark. What's up, Trisha? Kristen, thanks for joining. Lafonda, thanks for being here. Thank you for the follow, Victoria. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. Do you also resell? If so, what sort of stuff do you resell? Anja says, yes, I think you got a day off. I think that's what you're saying. That's awesome. I hope you're enjoying the day off. I'm going to print out all these labels in bulk. I already put in all the weights for them. So this should be easy. On eBay, I'll have $75.64 worth of shipping labels. And I think I don't have enough. I don't have enough shipping labels in this thing. I'm going to have to put in a new stack to do this. I only had 3 on here. We got a fresh stack ready to rock. How's everyone's sales for the weekend? I love hearing about what's going on in y'all's worlds. Tell me, how are sales? What sort of stuff is moving for you? I told y'all after February the 15th, I said that was when things are going to start turning up. Doesn't mean that like it's going to cure all our woes, but that's when things generally start turning up for me on eBay and Poshmark as a clothing reseller. And that's definitely happened. I've been a lot busier over the last few days since the 15th, so we'll take it. All right, let's buy all these labels. What is happening here? I have no idea how I got in this live. Mommy Gratitude, welcome to the live. I hope you're having a great day. We are shipping out orders on eBay, Poshmark, and coffee. My wife and I, Kim and I, run a business here out of this office, and we go live all the time, give people good, honest glimpses into what we do. If you're interested in having a business at your own house, maybe a side hustle for 2024, I almost said 2014, geez, then I think you found yourself in the right place. If you like to talk to other resellers, people who do the same thing, hang out. Raid, what's up, K-Way Raid? Here from K-Way. Welcome everybody over from K-Way. Thank you for the follow, Jonas. Brian, appreciate the follow. Welcome aboard. Do y'all also resell? Let me know down below. Sold an antique cast iron, waffle iron, vintage golf bag. Let's go. Oh, and a vintage golf bag. Gotcha. I thought that was all one thing. Am I in the right place? I think you're in the right place. What's up, Brooke? Yes, I've sold 18 items since the 15th. Let's go, Damienas. I love it. Damienas Depot. That was a good call. Traffic is up. Every year, my slowest 2 weeks of the year are February 1 through February 14. Doesn't mean the 15th things take off, but it starts trickling in. It starts getting a little better. Every week from now until basically May 1st will be better than the previous week on average, generally speaking. It's been one reseller after another today since 8:30. Let's go, reseller train. Hope everyone's doing good. The weekend has been popping, especially in Poshmark. Love to hear that, Suchi. I'm over here too. Trisha's everywhere. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get these labels printed out. Boom, boom, boom. I already got my Poshmark labels printed out too, so this should be quick. We got 29 total orders going out the door. I don't usually do this bulk label thing, but I used to. Ever since I started going live and shipping, I just do them one by one so I don't make mistakes. So We'll see if I can do this without making mistakes. We'll try it out. All right. So first up, we're going to do this Armani blazer. This is actually the last order that came in. So we're going kind of backwards order here. Where did it go? We are going backwards. We have an Armani Collezione right here, size 40S. It's a wool and silk blend. Nice little pattern right here. We'll get this one shipped out. This sold for $49. It was a best offer, $49 plus $10.95 shipping is what we charged for this. We're going to put this in a 14 by 12 poly bag, a clear one. We're going to get this shipped out. A lot of blazers and suits, actually. So if you want to learn about blazers and suits, I think you're in the right place. I'm packing orders, packing hangers. Nice, Trisha. Sold the Brooks Brothers Vitali Barberis Cananico. That's a good Brooks Brothers model. Nice find on that. John Mosden knows his stuff. I love that. Love to hear about your sales. Thank you, M. Rob. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. Oh, look, a burrito, a torta. This is a torta. That is not a burrito, Domerski. I don't know where you came from. You're eating at the wrong Mexican restaurants, brother. If you come to Asheville, we get some good recommendations for you. There's a lot of Mexican restaurants around here, which is interesting. All right. Where's our thank you card for this? Remember that time I had a thank you card? That was cool. What's everyone up to today? You working? What's up, Leanne? Thank you for the follow, Leanne. Welcome aboard. Do you resell? And if so, what's your game? Tell us a little bit about what you resell, where you resell. Love to hear from y'all. Let me know if you have any questions, too. We're going to push through 29 orders. And here's the first one going to Carlos. Everyone gets a handwritten thank you card. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate your biz. This one, I printed the label through Pirate Ship. It's going in a 10 by 8 by 6 box. It's going ground advantage. This label cost me $7.84. Going from Asheville to San Antonio, Texas. I forgot to put my thank you card in on the first order. We're off to a blazing start. It's in there. It's in there now. Thank you, Carlos. Appreciate it. Nice order there. I picked up that blazer for $8 at a thrift store. We listed it on Saturday. It sold just about a half hour ago. So less than 2 days on that sale, $40 into $49 or $8 into $49 plus shipping on that. Ground advantage rates have been great. That's right, Ross, and you know it. Peak, what's up, Cynthia? How do you get to your IDPRT printer? How do you get your RD printer to only print one label? The first codes. Sounds like you got your settings messed up on the computer. So what you're going to want to do is make sure your settings, Tammy, are set to 100 millimeters by 150 millimeters. Or if it has inches, set it to 4 by 6. But it sounds like you got your settings maybe messed up there. What's up? 929 is back. Welcome aboard, y'all. Happy Monday holiday day. All right, we're shipping out eBay orders. Next up, let's just stick with the blazers. Joseph A. Banks. I don't pick up all Joseph A. Banks. In fact, I probably pick up like 1% of Joseph A. Banks. But look at the pattern on this one. It's also cashmere. It's a cashmere wool blend, and it's a big size 52L. So the combination of big size, nice pattern, and cashmere makes this a nice pickup. I picked this up for $8. It took a week to sell. It sold for $38.75. Don't go running out of here picking up all the Joseph A. Banks that you come across. That would be a bad idea. But if you can find cashmere in a big size with a nice pattern, look for that. Look for those combos. The right material, the right size, bigger is better, and the right pattern makes a huge difference. Otherwise, if you bought this, it was a 42R, it was 100% wool, and it was a plain pattern, it would sit in my store forever. What's up, Leslie? Any tips for listing suits? Carrie, what questions do you have about listing suits? If you have a question, I can answer the question. Take good photos, take measurements, price them aggressively. I'm not sure what your question is, though. Good morning, Mary. Thank you, Jonathan, for your order. Paid $8 for that. It sold for $37. Buyer paid $10.95 shipping. This is going to go USPS Grounded Vantage to Jonathan. It is going to Virginia Beach, Virginia, so not going far. Kim, can you grab some 10 by 8x6 boxes? I think we just got a brand new shipment out there in the garage. Thank you. Are there any other measurements you have to list for suits compared to other items? Carrie, if you want, you can go right into my eBay store or my Poshmark closet. They're linked in my profile. Just click on my name up above, go to the website, you'll find it. And you can see exactly how I do my measurements for suits and all that. All the photos of my measurements are right there in the listing. So you can see the measurements, exactly how I do it. That's probably easier than me trying to describe it with my words. Just go take a look at the listing itself. You'll see all the measurements. Suits do have a lot of measurements. Blazers, I do 5 measurements. I think suits, I think it's 8 total. But just the jacket itself is 5 measurements. It's chest, pit to pit. It's length, sleeve length, and shoulders, and then across the waist. Thank you, Jonathan. Another blazer out the door. That's going Grounded Vantage. The shipping label on that was $6.54.
Here's a few. I gotta open the box.
That's fine for now.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you. That's fine for now. All right, next order up. Let me know if you have any questions, by the way, too. That's what makes this a lot more fun. Ralph Lauren 2XL. This had a little spot on it. Picked it up for $5 at a thrift store. It sold for $15. It had a little spot on the front. So what I did was I noted the spot by using a little pen, pointing right at the spot. In the item title, I put asterisk read, so the person would read the description. And then the description, I described exactly where the spot is and what it was. I very, very rarely get returns on items with flaws like that. I also don't make a lot of profit on them, but I didn't see the spot at the thrift store. I blasted it under these photo lights when I got home as I was taking the photos. I'm like, hey, there's a spot. No big deal. We just lowered the price, and it sold for, normally this would sell for about $20, but it sold for $15 plus $5.95 shipping. It's going to go in a 9x12 poly mailer going out to Alexis in Georgia. Golf polos have really started taking off for me. Thank you, Alexis. Appreciate you. Oh, hey, kitty. Little orange boy. I like him. Thank you for the gifts, Sunrise. Appreciate you. How are you doing? A lot of orders going out today. Finally seeing that turning of the corner after February the 15th. How are sales in your neck of the woods? Cat, curious. All right, 3 out the door. That one paid $5, got $15 plus shipping for it. Going to Georgia. Next up is going to Grapevine, Texas. We got another blazer. This one actually had a little flaw on it, and it sold. It took about 2 weeks to sell this blazer. So you can see in on the liner right there, see how there's a rip. So again, I just pointed out. I put asterisk read in the item title. In the description, I described exactly where the rip was and all that stuff. So I bought this for $7 at a thrift store. It sold for best offer of $32 plus $10.95 shipping. So the buyer's all in for $43. It's a Ralph Lauren size 46R. 46R is an okay size. It's not bad. It's not great. It just is. But look at the pattern on that. 100% wool, and it's got that awesome pattern. So That's one to look out for Ralph Lauren for sure. If you can find those patterns, those modern patterns that people really like. Even with the flaw, sold for $32 plus shipping, paid $7. Good profit on that piece right there. Going out to Samuel. Samuel got a nice deal. Typically, I would list this without the flaw. With that pattern, probably list it up at 49. With maybe a little bit less of a good pattern, I'd list it for 42 plus shipping. Same price on eBay and Poshmark. This is going to go out USPS Ground Advantage also. That's the smaller bag. I need the bigger bag. These bigger bags are 14 by 20, but they're great for jackets and suits and blazers. But jeans and shirts and all that stuff I put in, I think they're 10 by 15, just a smaller version of the same thing. Got my shipping prepared today. Nice. Let's go. Bro is playing us last week's show. Whoa, I love that bag. When I don't know what the heck you're talking about, I'm just going to sing your comments. Bro is playing us last week's show. I don't know what you're talking about. What does that even mean? Treasure Nest is in the house. What is up? Ralph Lauren going to Samuel. Thanks, brother. Appreciate your order. Going to Grapevine, Texas. Out the door. Thank you, Samuel. Another blazer. Good profit on that. Now back to another polo shirt. I want to buy it through your referral link. Thank you. Kimberly, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell, Kimberly? And if so, what sort of things do you sell? Where do you sell on? I want to hear about it. We want to hear about it. I love hearing about what's going on with y'all's businesses. We got an order for John. It's a golf polo. It is plain Jane polo Ralph Lauren cotton golf polo. Nothing fancy here. Picked it up for $5 at a thrift store. It sat for a few months because it's been wintertime, and now this stuff is starting to sell. This sold for best offer of $18 plus $5.95 shipping. Not crazy profit, but this is the type of stuff that you'll find at any thrift store across the country. You can usually get them pretty cheap, and they always sell. Polo Ralph Lauren. This is my 6th year in business. Every single year, Polo, well, Ralph Lauren in general, has been my #1 selling brand. This is going to John. Thanks, John. Appreciate you, bud. You keep cutting out, you or me. I'm not sure. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing a cutting out. Yay, just started. Mostly closed. Nice, Kimberly. Welcome aboard. You found yourself. There's a whole bunch of people in this chat that are good people, that are resellers, that are in kind of different stages of what they're doing. Some part-time, some full-time, some super side hustle, some just getting started, some that have been doing it here forever. So good place to be. Some nice people. If you have questions, let us know. If I don't know the answer, I bet you there's someone in the chat that has the answer for you. Thanks, John. Next up, that's just a total bread and butter piece right there. Next up is going out to Michelle. Michelle got 2 Bad Birdie polos. This one and this one. Let's see. These have been selling really, really well for me. So they're both size 2 extra large. She got the Ricky Rose, I think is what she got. Let's double check this. Dun, 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 dun. The no fly zone and the florist is what she got. So here's the florist, brand new with tags. You can see the MSRP on this is $78. This sold on a best offer for $39, but she got 2 of them for $39 each. Here's the other one. full size 2XL golf polos. Do you know this brand, Bad Birdie? I've been selling it like crazy if you've been watching my lives the last few weeks. So this is going out to Michelle. I might have to reprint this label. I didn't set this to be for 2 of them. This is going to go in a 12 by 15 poly bag. No, maybe. Hold on. Let me weigh this. I think it's going to go priority. I'll have to reprint this label. Yeah, that's going to go priority. So let's redo this. Purchase shipping label. Try again. Ooh, it doesn't want me to purchase another shipping label. We'll try this again. Interesting. I'm going to have to print this off Pirate Ship. It doesn't want me to print it. Hey, Kim.
Hey.
Hey.
I can't do my references. The link they sent me, it wants me to log in, but I've never created an account. And it doesn't give me an option to create an account.
Did you just call your contact over there?
I did.
Okay.
I mean, it's President's Day. I don't know that they're in the office.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So
We'll figure it
I
out.
left a voicemail and I replied to her email and said, "Hey, look, I want you to know I'm trying to get this done, but
Okay. We'll figure it out.
this is it."
Figure it out. What do you do with items going out of season? Discount to sell, or just keep them until next year? A little bit of both. Just sort of depends on the item. I took a gamble on them, even though they're smaller size. No cutting out. Thank you, Robin, for letting me know. I couldn't sell a FootJoy if my life depended on it. I didn't sell one this. I didn't sell one this weekend, but I sold a few FootJoys this past week. Thank you for the follow, 3D. Appreciate you. Welcome aboard. Good to have you. My FootJoys are flying, but haven't sold one Bad Birdie. They will sell, just not yet. Yeah, the opposite's true for me. I'm actually selling more Bad Birdies than FootJoys lately, but I get a lot of offers. People want to buy my brand new with tags FootJoys for like $20 or $25, but I'm not going to do that. Golden Girl, tell me a little bit. You said you're discouraged. What's going on? I'm trying to make reselling my full-time job and income. I'm so discouraged. What are you discouraged about? What's going on? This weekend, I found some sterling silver spoons for 10 cents each. Nice. Side hustle for sure. Love it. No cutting out here. Thank you. Getting all caught up. Hip flipping mama is in the house. It's Kelly, the hippest, the flippest. What's up, Kelly? How are you? I only got like 5 Bad Birdies sold, one so far. Nice. In bed with a cold. Sorry to hear that, Kelly. Sending positive vibes. Everyone send hip flipping mama some positive healing vibes. She's got a cold. She's in bed. You got to get her out of bed, back on her feet, back bringing positive energy to the world. Send hip flipping mama Kelly some positive healing vibes. She needs it. She deserves it. What do you do if you get a sale on the same item from eBay and Posh? I'll cancel one of them and send a message apologizing to the buyer and move it along. I use One Shop to cross-list my items, so it has a auto sales detection, so it takes that item down. It's usually it takes like a few minutes for that item to get taken down. Someone got filtered for their comment by TikTok. Sorry about that. Unless you said something bad, then you probably deserved it. Cut it in half and mail a piece to both. Cut it in half and mail a piece to both. I don't know why it's not letting me reprint the shipping label on this order. It keeps giving me an error message. Let's try it from here. eBay's funny sometimes. eBay is funny. Purchase another label. Let's see if it lets me do it from this screen. There's like 3 different screens you can ship from, so that's half of the challenge. All right, ground advantage. It's still going to go ground advantage. $6.12 for the ground advantage. We're going to put that in a 12 by 15 poly bag and get this moving and grooving. Thank you, Michelle. Throw away this other shipping label. We'll cancel that first shipping label. No problem. Thank you, Trisha, for sending those positive vibes to Kim. Y'all, I asked you to send some positive vibes to Hip Flippin' Mama. The one person who did it is Trisha. There's 76 people here on TikTok. There's 11 people on eBay or 11 people on Facebook and YouTube. And there's a person hanging out over on Instagram. She's not feeling well. Send her some positive vibes in the chat. Make her feel good. Make her feel better. That positive, like when you get positive energy from other people, that positive mindset helps you heal better. It's good for you. Mind over matter. I have thousands of stuff to sell. I can't seem to get myself to post like I should due to no sales. Gotcha. I don't know what else to say. Like if you're going to be in business, Golden Girl, right? Like the idea of business, everyone thinks business is like entrepreneurship is like ideas and starting new things. And that's part of it, like having the courage to get started. But then it comes down to discipline, right? It's just finding a way to dig deep inside yourself to do the same thing over and over every day. And if you don't have that for this business, then find it. And if you still can't find it, then maybe it's just a different business that you need to go into. But that, I mean, it really does come down to just that. That's what the people who are successful, doing the same thing over and over every single day. Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you, Andrew, for the rose. Very kind of you. Got to look at it as my full-time job. There you go. Yeah. Who needs positivity? Hip flipping mama Kim needs some positivity. She got a cold. She's in bed. Let's help her get out of bed. Let's send her some energy. Thanks, y'all. Kelly's awesome. She deserves it. Thank you, Michelle. Get this printed out. It's a nice day here in Asheville. The weekend was really cold, especially in the mornings. I think we were down in the 30s. Does that sound right? It was freaking cold out there. But today's a lot nicer. It feels like it's probably close to 60.
50s. Mid-50s is going to be the high.
Sun's out. Now
It'll be nice this afternoon out in the front.
I believe it. I'm already feeling it like warming up in this office. Thanks, Michelle. Some people say they have more than one eBay store. Is there an advantage to that? Thoughts? Thanks. Appreciate your teaching. Mary, I can't really comment on that. I've never had more than one eBay store. My guess is what they're probably trying to do is avoid getting an eBay store subscription because you have a limit on how many items that you can list for free every month. I think that's 250 items per month is that limit. So they're probably trying to avoid like the store subscription by getting another eBay account, but I'm not sure. I've never done it before, so I can't really speak to the motivations or the benefits of it. I don't do it and I wouldn't do it. So I'll just leave it at that. Thank you, Laurel Creek, for sending positive vibes to Hip Flippin' Mama, the hippest, the flippest. I love reselling. Nice, Golden. You got to find a way. You just got to find a way to get like consistent. I think you can do it. I know you can do it. It just comes down to like, do you want to do it? Is this the right time to do it? But I think you can do it. I believe in you. I think the other people in this chat believe in you. But that's the secret to success for having your own business. It's doing the same thing every day, over and over, even on days that you don't want to do it. All right, back to orders here. Next up is a brand new with tags, Ralph Lauren RLX. Pick these up, retail arbitrage, brand new with tags. The MSRP is $89.50. This one sold for full asking price, $40 plus $5.95 shipping on eBay. This is going out to Steven. Thank you, Steven. Boom. It's going to go in a 9x12 poly mailer, and this cost me $4.38 to ship this from Asheville to Port St. Lucie, Florida. Remember, this is golf season in Florida. June and July is not golf season in Florida. It is too hot. Right now is the best time of year to be golfing in Florida before it gets hot. So I've been selling golf polos down to the southern states like crazy the last few weeks. Thanks, Stephen. I bought a bunch of those. My average buy cost on those was $20, but I bought like 16 of them. So my profit on that was probably something like $15, 14 or 15 bucks. But it's a multi-quantity listing, so I'll sell those off. So it's one listing, one round of photos, one round of measurements, easy money. Sell, 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 sell. Just got to ship them out. Next one's going out to Yixin, I think is their name. And I don't know how to say it, but either way, thank you, Yixin. This is one of the best sales of the weekend. I picked this up at a thrift store right around Thanksgiving, and I found like right in a row, I found 4 Brazil pieces, 3 jerseys, and this track jacket. I think one of the jerseys still remains. This track jacket sold for a best offer. I think it was a best offer, $50 plus $8.95 shipping on this. $50 plus $8.95. This is going out to Yixin. It's going Ground Advantage. Great profit on this. I paid $5. And the jerseys have been selling into like the $30 range too. I think I sold 3 of the jerseys. No, 2 out of the 3 jerseys, what I meant to say. I think there's 1 left. So that was a great haul. Basically, I paid $20 combined for all that stuff, all that Brazil stuff. And this one right here by itself sold for $50. So over $100 in profit on those items. And they were literally back to back to back at one Goodwill in Winston-Salem. It was a great find. Timing is everything. The woman at the register said, "Hey, we just put those out like an hour ago." I was like, well, there it goes. D-Real, what's up? Where did you find those Ralphs? I found them retail arbitrage, Andrew. Do you always watch Chris through his little window? And do we always watch Chris through his little window in the darkness? I own a boutique too, so I know I can sell. Nice. I just need to push. Hey, we're pushing for you, Golden. I know you can do it. Dig deep. You got it. Hey, Jessica. What is up? Hello, Chris and Kim. On eBay, do you list all your items by it now? Yes, we don't do any auctions on eBay. I've done auctions in the past. It's probably been years since I auctioned anything. If I found a rare vintage band shirt, I might auction that on eBay. But for the most part, clothing, your best bet is going to be to list that by it now. I haven't done an auction on eBay in years. Okay, next up is one of the better sales of the weekend. This took less than 24 hours to sell. We listed it on Saturday, and it sold to Brian on Sunday. Let me show it to you. Where is it? So many sales this weekend. It's crazy. Working through a pile. I love it. Harris Tweed right there. Anytime you find Harris Tweed, you'll often find this logo right here, that label right here, with another label. This label was cut off. So I've found them before, like you'll find all kinds of brands, Harris Tweed. So the wool is Harris Tweed. It's from Scottish grown wool in the outer Hebrides. So that tag is always, this is the wool provider. And then the brand tag was on this side. The brand tag was cut off, but really I pick up Harris Tweed from just about any brand, and you'll notice it with like that herringbone. It's kind of got like a rougher feel to it on the wool, but you'll notice that pattern. And then you'll see that Harris Tweed tag. If you find that Harris Tweed tag, the item is probably worth picking up. Depends on the buy cost. You know, if they want to charge $50 for it at the thrift store, well, then that's a different story. But you get the idea. These are usually a good pickup. This one sold for $49. And again, it sold in less than 24 hours. I paid $7 for this at a thrift store. So you just can't beat that kind of quick flip. I mean, we're talking $35 in profit on this piece. And we literally listed it Saturday, sold Sunday. It's just hard to beat that kind of stuff. Just found one today. Nice. You found yourself a Harris Tweed? I love it. Do you use a cross-posting app? Yes, I use OneShop. I've used OneShop as my Posh automation tools. I've used that for a long time, 2.5 years. But this past summer, I switched over to using OneShop as both my cross lister and my automation tools. This is going to go grounded vantage. I'm going to put this in a 10 by 8 by 6 box. This one came free. I used my eBay quarterly coupon to get these boxes, but I don't suggest buying boxes from eBay. They are way overpriced. I buy boxes like this, the 10 by 8 by 6s from Staples. I order them 25 at a time. It's free shipping, and the boxes, I think this size cost me about 68 or 70 cents. Some of the smaller sizes are a little bit cheaper. But Staples is where I typically get my non-USPS priority boxes, because this is going ground advantage, so I can't use that box. But you already knew that. Thank you, Brian. Nice buy here. And I spent a lot of time this week listing suits and blazers. That's part of the reason why we're selling so many right now. They take longer to list for sure, but the profit per unit is higher for me than anything else in my store. Suits and blazers are my best profit item. How is that OneShop? It's a little finicky. It takes some getting used to, but again, I've been using it for 2.5 years. It's a mobile app. I don't know. There's a free trial if you want to check it out. I think there's like $10 off if you use the link that's in my profile. I do with my store coupon. Nice. Where do you get your clear bags? I have all that stuff, Caroline, linked in my profile. If you go to my click on my name, go to the URL, and you'll find the Amazon reseller shopping list. That's what I use to reorder all my stuff. So all the bags, I don't have the boxes linked for Staples, sorry, but everything down to the freaking table, like the workbench that we work off. We have 2 of them, actually. My laptop stand, everything is linked. So if you're saying like, whoa, I don't know what Chris uses for this thing or what vendors does he use, it's all linked. Makes it nice and easy for you. Next order is a North Face, brand new with tags. Pick this up, retail arbitrage. I don't remember how much I paid for this. And this doesn't tell me an MSRP on it. I think I paid around $20 for these. Bought probably 6 or 8 pairs of the same pair of pants. Again, multi-quantity listing, easy. Sold for $40, plus the buyer paid $8.95 shipping. Label on this is going to cost me $5.07. It's going Ground Advantage. It's going to go in a 9x12 poly mailer. I pay about 6 or 7 cents a piece for these poly mailers. The links that I share in my profile for stuff is usually for like 100 bags, but I buy these by the 1,000, so I get them at a cheaper price. Same with the clear poly bags. I usually link the quantity of 100 because that's what most people are looking to buy, but I get a better price. The more you buy boxes and bags and all that stuff, the better per unit price you get. It's going out to James. Thank you, James. Hey, Ree, how are you? Uline is good for boxes too, especially when they have their big box sale twice a year. Robin, you'll have to hit me up when they do those big box sales twice a year. The only reason I do buy some boxes from Uline. The only reason I don't buy a lot from Uline is because they charge shipping on top of their price too. And the shipping's always a lot of money. The last time I got boxes from them, it was a lot. Like I feel like I paid like $40 just in shipping. So that's the one challenge if you order from Uline is they charge you shipping and it ain't cheap. Where did you get? Okay, you're welcome, Caroline. Hope you're well. Thanks for being here. Jeff, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell? And if so, what types of stuff do you resell? I didn't put a freaking thank you card in here for James. James will live without a thank you card, I guess. Oh, well. Next up is Brooks Brothers suit. This is one of the better sales of the weekend. Maybe the best sale of the weekend. Yeah, probably the best sale if profit is your thing. So this is going out to Chris. Thank you, Chris. Nice name, brother. And I'll show you the suit in a second. Got a Poshmark offer. Nope, just added it to their bundle. Thanks, Poshmark. All right, Brooks Brothers suit. This listed on Saturday and it sold on Sunday. So 1-day sale on this. Brooks Brothers. The fit is Regent on this. And it's got a really nice pattern. The size is 40S, and it's a 2-piece suit here. But I don't know if that pattern's coming through. It's like a subtle plaid pattern. Really kind of like, this is a pattern that people really look for. So 2-piece suit, size 40S, which isn't a great size for blazers, although I sold a blazer 40S this weekend. But for suits, I do okay with size 40S. Suits have a much higher sell-through rate. If I found this is just a blazer, the sell-through rate for the suit is going to be probably 3 or 4 times as much as just the blazer on this particular unit here. Obviously, there's some variations to that rule of thumb. Rule of thumbs are just that. They're rules of thumb. They're not 100% right all the time, but suits generally are going to have a higher sell-through rate than their blazer cousins of the same brand, same model, that sort of thing. You get it. I'm doing good listening to you and trying to stay out of this crazy weather. Ree, where are you? Remind me where you're at and what kind of weather are you having? We're having a beautiful day here in Asheville. You should come to Asheville. It's beautiful. I found a good deal on boxes on Zorro.com. Zorro. Do you have to wear a mask and have a little sword? Thank you, Trisha. This is going out USPS, Ground Advantage, going to Chicago. It's going to go in a 10x8x6. We're using a lot of 10x8x6 today. These all used to go priority for me until the summer when they switched over to USPS Ground. But basically every single suit and blazer went priority in a priority package. But now they all go Ground Advantage. It's just cheaper. Not all, but most go Ground Advantage now. Sometimes priority is the better rate, especially when you consider that you have to pay for a box with Ground Advantage. Priority, sometimes it's like a few cents cheaper, whereas it's a few cents more expensive, but you get the free box. So sometimes it makes sense to pay a little bit more for the priority label, because these boxes are like 70 cents, 68 or 70 or something like that. I can't believe you're the one that I talked about Toomey bags, and I came across one for $10. Let's go, JC. I'm always looking for Toomey bags. That's like one of those brands, below brands, I learned really, really early on in my reselling career, and I freaking never find it, but I'm always looking for it. I think I learned that brand from Ready, Set, Resell Ben, who's on YouTube. He's also on TikTok. I think he's on Facebook and Instagram too. Ben's awesome, and man, I'm always looking for Toomey. Always looking for Toomey. I can't believe I found it at a Plato's Closet of all places. Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate that. What's up? What's up? You have a great new following here. Thanks, 929. I still have 929 is back. That's all I care about. How long you been doing resale? About 5.5 years now. July of 2018 is when I got started. Jeff, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell? And if so, what sorts of stuff do you resell? Let us know about a little bit about your thing. Where do you order your thank you cards from? Vistaprint. I've been using Vistaprint for thank you cards and business cards and anything that's printed. I've been using Vistaprint all the way. I think my first order with Vistaprint was in 2000 and let me think this thing through. I think my first order was in 2003. So what is that? 21 years I've been using Vistaprint. They ship fast. Their prices are great. Super, super easy stuff. This is where I get my business cards from them too. These cost me about, I think, like 4 cents a piece. And I think these are like 5 or 5.5 cents a piece, maybe 6, something like that. It's so cheap when you buy them in bulk. All right, next order is going out to Prentice. Prentice is in Justin, Texas. Where is he? Oh, this is a fun order. I picked this item up on October the 31st, 2019. I bought $800 worth of stuff at a garage sale from a guy named Jeff out in Denver, Colorado. And Jeff was an Amazon reseller. He was going out of business. He was also, you've heard me talk about this guy probably before. He was also let me think this thing through. What was his profession? He was a professional sea glass hunter. That's a real thing. And he was getting out of the Amazon reselling business because he wanted to spend more time hunting sea glass. I was a career coach for more than a decade. And that's probably my favorite job title that I've ever heard is professional sea glass hunter. And he said he made a lot of money doing it. He had some great stories. I bought this from Jeff. I paid like, I don't know, 20 cents a piece for these things. McDavid youth athletic supporters. I got a bunch. I mean, I probably bought like 80 of these from him. I think there's like 6 or 8 still left out in the garage in a bin. I've sold most of them in like a couple of bulk sales over the years, but this one sold for $5 plus shipping to Prentice. I always like reference that one's like just like a funny thing that I've sold over the years is youth athletic supporters. Whenever people ask like, what's your strangest sale on eBay? I'd be like, sold like 50 something youth athletic supporters. At that point in time, I was really focused on finding multi-quantity listings. That was kind of like my thing. I was trying to find bulk stuff. And this was not the better of the buys from Jeff. I bought some really good stuff that I made some really great profit on. This is fine. I make a couple bucks every time one sells. They don't take up a lot of space. You saw how easy that is to ship. It's out the door. Thank you, Prentice. Appreciate you. Every sale counts, y'all. Sea glass, yeah, really interesting. Jeff was an interesting cat, as you can imagine. Yes, back when we started this business in Denver, then we moved to Tampa, and now we're in Nashville, North Carolina. It's a holiday. What's going on? Barry D is in the house. What's up, dude? Stacy laughing. Yeah, funny sale. Rain has stopped for now. Returning tonight. Bummer. Sorry to hear that you're getting all that rain in Central California. Gotcha. I wish I could go to Nashville someday. I will someday. I wish I could go to Nashville someday too. We're in Asheville, North Carolina. Nashville with the N. The other place, that's 6 hours west of here. Where do you order your thank you cards from? I got to that one. All right. We're caught up there. The hat sounds like fun job. Professional sea glasser. Yep. Jeff was an interesting guy. All right. Deborah porch. This is one of the better sales of the weekend too. Really, really fast flip. We listed these Friday and they sold on Saturday. So 24-hour sale on these. You're not going to be able to see them, but they're corduroys. They're vintage. There's a tag right there. Vintage Levi's corduroys. The model is L2, or the line is L2. Does anyone remember these back from the 90s? The Levi's L2. Sorry, I can't show you the that little, like, the tag on the back. But let me know if you know these. These were whale cords, loose, wide leg, baggy, like just huge wide leg 90s style corduroys in excellent, excellent condition. These sold in 24 hours, sold for $54 plus shipping. I think that was my full asking price. No, that was the best offer. I listed them for $59, took an offer for $54 plus $8.95 shipping. So the buyer paid all in $63 for these 90s corduroy jeans or corduroy pants from Levi's. Really cool piece right there. These are going to go, what are they going? Ground Advantage. Going to go in a 15 by 12 poly nailer. Oh, my bad. Wrong city. No worries. Nothing wrong with Nashville with an N. It's just a different J-Rock with some F Monday vibes. I love it. Nothing wrong with Nashville. Great city. It's just not our city. A little bit different culture, I would say, out there in Nashville with an N than Asheville with an A. The other side of the Smokies. Thanks, Deborah. So I paid $5 for these at a thrift store, and they sold for $54 plus shipping. So something at 40 something dollar profit on that one right there. 24-hour flip. I love it. Done packing hanger. Still got 10 left. Nice. Did you do a hanger drop? Did I miss that? How many items do you list daily? Typically don't do a daily listing thing. I know it's like a popular thing to talk about amongst resellers, daily listing. But lately we've been listing like 100 to 150 items a week. Watch out, lol. Wayne reseller told me yesterday he's moving to Greensboro. Greensboro is about a hair under 3 hours east of us, Andrew. We might head out there this weekend. We're going to Winston-Salem. My family lives in Winston-Salem, Kim's family, and we might go to Greensboro to do some sourcing too. It's about 30 minutes further east from Winston-Salem. I haven't set foot in Greensboro in, I don't know, 10 years since the last time I set foot in Greensboro. How many items do you list daily? Thanks. Okay, got that one. Hope you're doing well. How many items do you list daily? This is entertaining. I remember those pants. Yep, you remember those L2s. I used to rock the L2s. I'm in North Carolina in a small town 1 hour east of Charlotte. I love Asheville. Nice, nice. Well, welcome in, Caroline, fellow North Carolinian. I was just in Greensboro yesterday for the reseller meetup. I didn't even know there was a reseller meetup. Is there really a reseller meetup if I didn't know about it? No, I don't know. I didn't know there was anything going on. He said something about Asheville, and I told him that that's where you are, and he said you have competition. Yeah, I mean, he's a solid Greensboro. That's a solid. I think it's a solid 3, maybe 245. Yeah, I think it's a solid 3. Well, you need to visit the area again. Okay, Tammy. Is Asheville near Black Mountain? It is. Black Mountain is 10 minutes east of Asheville. Do you offer free shipping sometimes? Usually not. No, I can't think of the last time I offered free shipping. I've done it in the past sometimes when I have a lot of competition on the same item and they're offering free shipping and a better price. Sometimes I'll do it, but I can't remember the last time I did it. You go to used to go to music festivals there. I know which music festival you're talking about that was in Black Mountain. I don't think that's in Black Mountain anymore. Did they move that festival? I'm trying to remember the name of it. I haven't been to the festival, but I'm very familiar with that festival. Why can't I think of the name of it? You'll probably tell me. This is going out to John, a Scotty vest. This is only the second time I've ever found this brand in the wild. Scotty vest, like kind of an outdoorsy brand. This was a bamboo cotton blend golf or polo, or like outdoorsy polo with a couple of little zipper pockets on it. It's a neat little piece, actually. This sold for best offer $23 plus shipping on eBay. I paid $5 for it at a thrift store. This is the last of the eBay orders. Then we're going to transition into Poshmark orders or coffee, whatever y'all want to do next. Let me know down below in the chat. What are we shipping next? Poshmark or coffee? Thank you, John. Appreciate your order. This is going out to Palatine, Illinois. Never heard of that town. Palatine. I see Poshmark next. Sourwood Festival. I'm not. Oh, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Oh, it's called like Firefly Festival. Is I think the one that I was thinking about. Saw squirrel nut zippers. They were saw squirrel nut zippers there when they're. I've never even heard of that band. What do they play? Do you allow AI to write your descriptions sometimes? I don't. Nothing wrong with it. Chris, thoughts on the conflict in the Middle East? Nope. Zero. My 90-year-old I wish everyone would just get along. My 90-year-old grandma lives near Palatine. Interesting. Cool. I have no idea where that is. I've never heard of that town. It's a small world, though. That show I went to Saturday was at Eulogy at Burial Beer. Yeah, that place is that Eulogy place is like brand new. I feel like they opened it sometime like in the fall of last year, maybe the summer of last year. We haven't been yet, but we've been to Burial a billion times. We're big fans of Burial Beer Company. But yeah, it looks like a cool setup. I saw a couple of your videos. I'm assuming that was at Eulogy. I just don't know because I haven't been inside, but I just assume that's where it was. Super new. Your life is good. Thank you. This is entertaining. Appreciate you. I think, yeah, I mean, our life is fine. We like what we do. We work from home. Squirrel Nut Zippers. They're fantastic. Nice. It's a cool band name. Did you mention you're in South Carolina? No, we're on the proper side of the border. We're in North Carolina, just north of South Carolina. South Carolina, the border is like 30 minutes from us. So we're just about an hour north of Greenville, South Carolina, if you know where that is in the upstate. Super new. All right, thank you, John. We're going to move over to Poshmark. We got 13 orders on Poshmark. So 15 eBay, 13 Poshmark, and a coffee order going out the door today. So we are just rounding into form, shape, speed. Got a North Face pair of convertible pants, men's size 38 by 32 convertible. That means the bottom zip off. These sold to Kale on Poshmark. I'll tell you how much Kale paid. Maybe we'll bring up the Poshmark screen here. Kale, how much did you pay? Kale paid $25 for these convertible pants. That was a best offer. Buyer pays for shipping on Poshmark. Pretty much all these Poshmark orders are probably going to go in these Tyvek, USPS Priority Tyvek envelopes. They're free at USPS.com. I might use a padded flat rate envelope. Ooh, we do have a pair of jeans, a pair of Levi's that sold too. I wasn't sure at the beginning of the show if we had any jean sales, but we did. I can see them now. They're unburied. Did someone say coffee? What's up, Ree? Morning, y'all. Wizard's Closet is in the house. If that was at Snap Apples Town, I would tag along to some of the shows. Yeah, she mentioned I should go to the show with her out here in Asheville. But if I'm being honest, Kim and I can't go to she listens to heavy metal, right? I mean, it's like metal music. And I respect it, but I don't think I would listen to it, but I don't think I could go to a show. I'd probably lose my mind. But I respect her taste in music and all that stuff. It's just not my speed. I would say I'm too old for that mess, but I think Snappy D is older than me. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for that one. I'm not sure. I'm just making jokes. There's no meaning behind it. You can't take comedy too seriously. It's just comedy. It's just for laughs. Thank you, Kale. Appreciate your order. I paid $5 for these North Face pants at the store. They sold for $25. Buyer paid for shipping. Profit on those is probably somewhere around 16 or 17 bucks. They are more grunge than heavy metal. Gotcha. Okay. I watched your videos with the sound muted, by the way, Snappy D. If I was in Snappy D's town, I already read that one. All right, let's go. Next one. It's all love, Snappy D. You know that. It's all love. Next up is Peter Millar. This is brand new with tags. This is a retail arbitrage play. I bought 5 of these, 4 or 5, I forget. We'll call it 4. We'll round down. MSRP is $230. This one had a small pinhole in the back from the security tag from the store. So I priced this one. It was just a little bit too much of a hole for me not to mention it. So I priced this particular one down. I took a best offer for $80 plus shipping on this one. The other ones I have priced, I think, at $109. So somebody got a nice deal on this one right here. By somebody, I mean Connor. Thank you, Connor. Nice $80 order going out the door here. I think I paid like $59 a piece for these. So this one, I'm not really making profit off of, but again, I found a hole in it when I got home. So I made a few bucks off of it. The other ones, I'll make some good profit. per unit on those. And again, multi-quantity listing, super easy. One round of photos. They sell, we make money, we ship them, it's easy. Love me some multi-quantity. What socials are you currently on? All them. Same name on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I also have an account on Threads, but I always forget about it, and I only occasionally put stuff on there. Snappy D, Pamela wants to know if you're a Godsmack fan. I've seen Godsmack live before, maybe twice. I saw them at a place called Blue Hill Park in Worcester, Mass. Way back. That might have been like 1999 or 1997 or something like that. I've seen Godsmack somewhere else too at a festival also, but Chris was one of the first people on Threads. That's right. Yes, saw them a few times. Yeah, I think I've seen them twice. I remember, for some reason, I remember that one at Blue Hill Park in Worcester, Mass. Worcester. All right, next up is another Peter Millar. We'll just roll with that. This one also had a flaw too. A very different piece. This one I picked up at a thrift store for $5. It sold for $14 on Poshmark. It had a flaw. I don't remember what the flaw is, but it says asterisk read in the item title, so I know it had a flaw. Sorry, it sold for $12. Best offer at $12 on Poshmark. Again, not much profit there, but I got an item home. I noticed that it had a flaw. That's okay. Lower the price to the bottom of the market, and it's out the door. Very rarely do we lose money on something like that. Very rarely. This is going out to David. Thank you, David, for your order. Typically, that shirt would sell for about $22, $23. And as we get into the golf season right now, maybe even as much as $25 for that piece. But it had a flaw. It's gone for $12. Godsmack, hell yeah. Thrift store lighting is horrible for detecting flaws. Yes, I would agree with that. Some are better than others, for sure. It's even worse at a lot of the stores when it's like a cloudy day and there's no natural light coming in from outside. My little trick is I take all my stuff, all the stuff that I want to buy, I put it in my cart, and I roll my cart up to the front of the store, usually where there's like natural light coming in from the windows, and that's kind of where I look over my items. But on a cloudy day, it doesn't really help all that much. You just got to use that miserable lighting. You disappointed with Poshmark? So disappointed with Poshmark here lately. No sales. Sorry to hear that, Grandma. How many items do you have listed on Poshmark? That's question number one. How many items? Question number two, do you have some sort of automation tool like a Posh bot to help with the sharing and the social aspect of the platform? So you got a two-part question there for you. When is fishing season? I got like 100 PFG shirts to list. I'd get those listed now, brother. Yeah, I get them listed now. Really, like spring through fall is going to be fishing season, so get those up. I've been selling some PFGs myself already. Chris over in the corner with his mini ring light. That's actually not a terrible idea. It's not a terrible idea. It's also not a great idea, but it's not a terrible idea. Snappy G. You got a pair of Prana pants. These were brand new in tags. This is retail arbitrage. Been selling a lot of new tags lately. Prana women's Holly straight pants. Women's size, what are they? Size 4. $95 MSRP on those. And they sold on Poshmark for something. I'm going to tell you all about it. $44. And that was the best offer. I had them listed for $49. Again, multi-quantity on these. I have like 5 or 6 of these. We'll call it 5. I think this is the second pair to sell. I've had this for about a month. Maybe 3 weeks. Thank you, Lindsay, for your wrong bag. Thank you, Lindsay, for your order. I could use that bag, but it just cost me money. I'll use these instead. Baby Gen X. The 90s were the bomb. Gotcha. I couldn't see that the emoji for some reason. Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate it. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 orders left to do after this one. If you're interested in seeing what's selling right now this time of year, I think you're in the right place. Hiking pants have been selling really well for me lately. I actually sold 2 pairs of hiking pants today. And another pair Those aren't really hiking pants, but a pair of Carhartts going out the door too. Golf polos have been selling really well. My suits and blazers are selling really well, but that's because we just listed so many of them in the past week. Thanks, Lindsay. All right, next up, speaking of golf polos, sold another one of those bad birdies. This one's size 2XL. The model is Ricky Rose. Here it is. These bad birdies have been selling like wildfire for me. MSRP $78 on that. Bad birdie going out the door to Mark. Thank you, Mark. Got a few of these up here. If you're sourcing from a thrift store, do you stray away from smaller size items? So if it's a mediocre brand, right? Like a mediocre sell-through brand, an item like a casual shirt from LL Bean, I'm going to stay away from smalls and mediums and probably even larges too, because it's a mediocre sell-through rate brand. So the smalls will kind of push it down to like a really low sell-through rate item. So I'll stay away from in that case. But if it's a really great brand like Arc'teryx with a really high sell-through rate and great value, I'll pick up a small all day. So just sort of, the answer is depends. Do you think Mercari is worth listing on anymore? John, I can't really say for sure. All I can say for you is I gave up on Mercari this past summer. For me and my business, it was giving me about 5% of my sales. And because I was adding Whatnot to my repertoire and TikTok Shop to my repertoire, I had to drop some stuff. And Chris@peak.com. Those are the 3 platforms I added last year. So that would have pushed me up to being on 9 total platforms, just too much complexity. So I wanted to drop some of the platforms that were the lowest sellers for me. Mercari, Depop, Grailed, and Facebook Marketplace, see ya. But that's just me. Everybody's business is a little bit different. So I'm not sure if it's worth it for your business, but that's the story as it relates to my business. Some people do well on Mercari. I just never really did all that well on Mercari, especially over the last year or so. It really slowed down for me. Next up is a Royal Robbins shirt. This is a mediocre outdoor brand. I often joke that it's an old man outdoor brand, but Royal Robbins was like the original famous climber, the first climber that I know of that had their own clothing brand. The Royal Robbins is like worn off on the tag right there, but the buttons say Royal Robbins on it. The inside tag does too. This Royal Robbins sold for a best offer of $16 plus buyer paid for shipping on Poshmark. Size extra large, lightweight, short sleeve shirt. These will start selling actually really well. Like this is typically about a $20 item, but I wanted to move some stuff, so it's out the door for $16. Let's get some sales going. You know what I'm talking about? This is going out to Mike. Thank you, Mike. Got a good deal on a nice shirt.
Mind if I steal some light?
Yeah, go ahead. Old men like outdoors too. Probably need a sweater though. That's right. Where's this going? It's going to Hingham, Mass. He'll need a sweater up there. Old man Mike. Gonna go hiking in his Royal Robbins shirt with a sweater. All right, next up, Snappy D, you are something. We got a 3XB Polo Ralph Lauren. I think I'm probably out of stock of size 3XB. I'm going to do like a quick search here on eBay just to see if that is actually true. I feel like anytime I get 3XB, it's out the door pretty quickly. Let's search for listings active 3XB. Here's the tag, Ralph Lauren 3XB or 3 extra big. I'm just going to search 3XB. I have 2 3XBs in stock. Both of them I've listed over the last month. So we'll see how those go out the door. Always a quick seller for me. And the other ones are t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts. So those will go out the door pretty quickly here too. This is going to Leawood, Kansas. Leawood, Kansas. Sold a piece of pottery on eBay yesterday for $220. Let's go. Pottery, $220. Nice sale. Second Life. Killing it over there. Nice label. $7.35, but I'm a procrastinator, so I'm sure it is my fault for not constantly listing. Gotcha. Did you hear the second part of that question, Grandma Wood? Have you, do you have some sort of bot or automation tool for Poshmark? When I first got One Shop 2.5 years ago, my month-over-month sales on Poshmark doubled, and nothing else changed about my business. It's just that I started using that bot. It'll take it about a month to sort of like really get the algorithm juiced on there. You'll become like a Posh ambassador pretty like within a couple of weeks, and then the thing is just got to juice and it'll just climb. Yeah, Grandma, if you have 735, listings on Poshmark, to me to spend, depending on which one that you use, I use One Shop. It's $45 a month. It's also my cross lister too, so I can cross list and have my automation tools from that one app, one payment, $45 a month. One mobile app. So I use One Shop. Use whatever you want. Do the free trials of a few things, but for me, that's a small price to pay to pretty much. You'll probably see something like double. I mean, you might get different results than me, but I would imagine that you'll see a significant increase in sales every single month on Poshmark if you have some sort of automation tools. I recommend it to everybody who's got, say, more than 100 listings, because at that point, it sort of probably is worth the money. You have to have like a certain amount of listings before like the cost effectiveness of it really makes sense, right? But at 735, that math makes sense. Don't take my word for it. Talk to some other people, ask them what they use for bots, and then test out a couple of the bots. Use the free trials and see what you think. Does it have a cross list limit? Nope. Unlimited cross list. Can you use One Shop on your phone? It's only a mobile app. I think. I don't know if it has desktop. I've never used it if it has it. I think it's just a mobile app. Next up is a Carhartt shirt. I'm actually surprised it took so long to sell. I picked this up in Florida at Red, White, and Blue. I picked up, I think, 3 or 4 of them. And there's still, I think actually this is the last one. Took 2 months to sell. No, it took a little bit under 2 months to sell. I was getting a lot of low offers on this. Finally accepted an offer for $20 plus shipping. Men's size large Carhartt FR. Usually that's a good seller for me, like really fast seller. This time, not so much. That's okay. I paid up for it too. I paid $8, but again, it was a multi-quantity listing.
You don't need anything else. I can bag it, right?
That is correct. But leave it out just because I have it. I'll need a reminder. I'll need a reminder to list that one. Yeah, that's fine.
Remind us.
Almost forgot my thank you card. I use Prime Lister, but One Shop sounds less expensive. How much is Prime Lister? I'm personally in love with Vendu. I love Vendu. I used Vendu for over 2 years for my business, and I used to have a sponsorship deal with Vendu. I'm a big fan of Vendu, still am. It just I didn't need the complexity. I'm only listing on 2 platforms now. So for me to be able to drop Vendu, which was costing me another $35 or something like that a month, to drop that fee and also to just have one app to log into instead of 2 every month, like that lesser complexity and less money made sense for me. If I was listing on 6 platforms still, I'd probably keep using Vendu to be honest with you. Oh, where is it? Where's my Carhartt label? Did I not print one out? Maybe I didn't print it out. Makes sense. Yes. When you shared your monthly price, I cringed at mine. 20 for automation, 50 for cross listing, 70 a month. 20 for automation is not bad, but to have I'm surprised they charge you like 20 plus 50. I'm surprised there's not a combined deal for it. But if it works for you, gosh, that's an extra $35 a month though, or an extra, what did you say, 70? So 45. So it'd be an extra $25 a month. So basically that's costing you an extra $300 a year. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it would be worth making a switch. Yeah, I don't know if it would be worth, because making a switch is kind of a pain. When I switched from Vendu to one shop. I had to kind of do it slowly over a course of a few months. It took a little time and energy, but I think it was worth it for me and my unique case. But switching cross listers is kind of a pain midstream. Make the right decision the first time. Can you leave this one out just for?
Yep.
Gotta check something with that one. What is the $7 lister? It's $7 something a month for Poshbot and Crosslist. That's a steal. I don't know what that one is. Sorry, Laurel, I'm not sure. What is One Shop? Does One Shop have bookkeeping? I'm not sure about the bookkeeping part. You'd have to look that up. I don't use cross-listing tools for bookkeeping, so I'm not sure. You'd have to check out their website. Check it out. Any luck with hiring? Not yet. Does it have a cross-list minute? Opinion on auto posture? I've never used it, so I don't really have an opinion on it. I won't share with you an opinion on stuff that I don't have a valid opinion on. I've just never used it. All right, next up is a pair of Levi's. These are $5.69, size 36 by 30. Nothing fancy at all here. Modern Levi's, sold here for $20. I pay $5 for them all day at thrift stores around here. Not a ton of profit, but 5 and a 20, and it's something I can find plentifully around here. So bread and butter, Levi's is usually a top 5 brand for me every year since I've been in business. I take that back. I didn't do a lot of Levi's in my first couple years in business because when I lived in Denver, I couldn't get them that cheap, that consistently. They would be more like $8 or $10 for Levi's. So they actually really weren't part of my business. But when I moved to Tampa, I was able to get Levi's for cheap. And then when I moved here to Asheville, I was able to get Levi's for cheap. So they became a big part of my business. So Karina, but that's the thing. If you're paying $8 or $10 for Levi's at your thrift store, is that worth it for modern ones? I don't think so. Probably not. But everybody's business model is a little bit different. For me, $5 into 20, and 20 is the lowest I take for Levi's. Typically, I'm averaging about $23 is my sale price for Levi's, and the buyer pays for shipping. So for me, that's worth it. But that's what I have to do in this area. I don't have as much high-end stuff here. I'm happy with Prime Lister, and I paid yearly, so I got the discount. Nice. If it works for you, keep using it. Everybody likes different stuff. It's kind of like some people swear by iPhone. Other people, I don't know who these people are. They swear by Androids. They're both fine. They both do the same exact things in very similar ways. Some people just have a preference for, the graphic user interface on one versus the other. I mean, that's real. Some of the features are a little bit different. That's it. That's what it comes down to. I think this is this one. So I got a flawed item going out the door here. I gotta check something. I mixed up 2 orders. I gotta go fix that. I just mixed up the thank you card, but can you find an order for Alan in here?
Yeah.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah.
I think I put the wrong thank you card in here. They both had Peter Millar mediums.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Any opinion? I'm working and listing in the background, so I miss things. No worries. What platforms can yours do, Chris? One Shop can do eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Mercari. Beyond that, I'm not sure. I'd have to go to the website. I just use it for eBay and Poshmark. Again, I'm not promoting their stuff. I'm not an expert on the tool. I just use it for eBay and Posh. That's all I know. So this one's gonna be the BR1.
Did you get the wrong shirt?
Hold on. Let me just get it.
Okay.
Let me get it. BR1 is this one. That's going out to Alan. And Alan was on here. I'm just going to reprint Alan. Cool.
From the garage?
I'm sorry?
You need anything from the garage?
Do I need anything from the garage?
Did you need another shirt or something?
No.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. Let me unsee that. Oops. that emptied.
Thank you card with the wrong name, crisis averted. I'm happy with, I love auto posture, but I'm desperately needing a good cross lister, and I'm trying to wait for theirs. The one thing I'll say about waiting for theirs, and I've talked to some other people about this, and who knows, maybe they come out with it in a couple of weeks, but I worked in the tech industry before this, and there's always like a new thing up and coming, a new tool, a new feature, and sometimes it's like, cool, this is going to come out next month, and next month turns into 6 months pretty easily when you're talking about software engineering and rolling out new features. It's more complicated than meets the eye. Everyone's a little ambitious about it. So who knows? Maybe they come out in a couple of weeks with it, but don't be surprised if it takes 6 months at the same time too. Just saying. So this, oh, I got to print that. And I don't have any inside information and don't proclaim to have any inside information about that, but just sharing my experience with new features in the tech industry. They're always coming out in a couple of weeks. It's always almost there. All right, that one's fixed. Back to another one. So this is an item I bought from a seller on Whatnot. And there was a whole bunch of really obvious stains on the sleeve of this. And there was like some pulls, all of like this item probably had like a grand total of like 14 flaws on it. All of them which were obvious. None of them which were described on that person's Whatnot. Like I literally just opened it up and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't have to put it into the photo light and like it was just flawed all over. So I sold this on Poshmark for, I never bought anything from that seller again. That seller no longer sells on Whatnot. $8 is what I sold this for. I definitely paid more than $8 for that on Whatnot, but it's out the door. And that's part of the business. It is what it is. There's different ways I could have handled that. I could have reached out to the seller. I could have reached out to Whatnot. I could have gotten a return, whatever. I chose to just sort of cut my losses, move on, vote with my dollar, and I voted somewhere else. Where is my thank you card for this person? Did I put it in? Oh, it's already in there, dummy. Don't call yourself a dummy. Didn't know you had a list of reputable. I do, yeah. I got to update that site too. I'm going to add a few people to it. I'm not going to subtract anyone from it, but I'm going to add a few people to that site. I do have if you go to whatnot.chris@peak.com, or if you just click on my website, you'll find the link for Whatnot. And I have a list of sellers that I buy from, people that I trust, that I shared on there. And I'm going to add some people to that too, because I haven't updated that site in a few months, and I've been buying from some new people too. So that do a really nice job. Oh crap, oh, that's right, never mind. All right, next up is getting to the home stretch here. LL Bean signature short sleeve shirt. I kind of figured that this would take a few months to sell because it is a short sleeve. Nice pattern on it though. I wouldn't pick up a lot of short sleeve LL Beans, but the pattern on this was unique and different. I've never seen this one particular pattern before. It's also a men's size extra large. It's sold for full asking price on Poshmark, $19. Buyer pays for shipping. I paid $5 for that at a thrift store. We got 2 more Poshmark orders after this, a coffee order. And of course, if anybody else wants to get themselves a bag of delicious fair trade organic coffee, roasted fresh every Thursday, I'll ship it out here right on the live. You can go ahead and click. If you want to check out the coffee, you can click my name up above on TikTok and go to TikTok shop by clicking the shop icon about halfway down my profile. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, there is a link either above you or below you, or if you're on Instagram, you just got to go to my profile, click on that web link, and click on the thing that says Coffee and Rad Merch, and you can check out our coffee if you're interested in that sort of thing. This is going out the door to George. Thanks, George. That's helpful for sure. I didn't know you had a Mav. Thank you for the follow, Mav Closet. Appreciate it. Welcome aboard. I'm taking it you also resell the closet name, kind of like a Poshmark thing. Take on Poshmark. Clothing reseller. Let us know a little bit about your business. Welcome aboard. I won't buy from them on Whatnot unless they're on Chris's list. There you go. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, Andrew. That's kind of, that might be a little extreme, brother. But yeah, I definitely need to add some people to that list. I'm going to add Renzi to that list because I buy stuff from him and he always comes through. I'm going to add Tino from the Hidden Isle to that list because I bought a ton of stuff from Tino and he always comes through. His shows are really good too. His inventory is good. Next up is this Tory Richard. This had a flaw in it. I didn't realize it at the thrift store. It took about 4 months to sell, but now this stuff is going to start moving. So this sold for $14 on Poshmark. Another flawed item. I love moving flawed items, and actually you'll probably see that a lot if you're watching these shows in the next couple weeks as we make this change of season to spring. My flawed items that have been sitting around like spring, summer items like this, are all just got to start selling because they're priced at the bottom of the market and people are starting to look for this kind of stuff and people like deals. So we sold some flawed stuff today, more than usual. I think we're going to see that in the coming next few weeks. So all that flawed spring, summer stuff is going to sell because it's priced so aggressively. $14 for this Tory Richard. This shirt would be a $25 shirt, $24 to $26 shirt if it wasn't flawed. So $14 is a good deal. Just had some light staining on it. I think it's still a nice shirt. I'd wear it. It's like one of those stains that nobody would even notice. Of course, I describe them in the item title, in the description, and a close-up photo of the flaws, as I always do. I'm not out here hosing people, just giving them good deals on items that are mildly flawed. Love the sweatshirt in the background. Thank you so much. Get a real job. Positivity divorced. Appreciate you being here. That's that sweatshirt, by the way, is available in TikTok Shop. It's also available at chris@peak.com. You'll find the links, whatever platform you're at, if you're interested in a new hoodie. Have you done any of the TikTok live selling or plan to? The TikTok I did one. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest with you, the TikTok live selling. What they want you to do is they want you to do lives for like an hour or more, and you have to talk about your product for that whole hour, and there's a certain amount of products that you have to feature. There's all these it's strange. Will I do it? Yeah, probably. Am I going to do a lot of it? Yeah, probably not. It's very QVC. I don't know. I'd rather just talk to you about reselling. And if you want to buy some coffee, cool. If you don't like coffee, that's strange, but I respect it too, so I'd rather just kind of do this. I don't want to just stand there for an hour, talking about coffee. It just doesn't feel right to me. I'm on eBay, Poshmark, Whatnot, TikTok Shop, and chris@peak.com, Nancy, if that answers your question. 5 platforms. Yes, I'm a beginner. Welcome aboard, Mav. You found yourself a great community of people. If you're a reseller and create content on any of these platforms, if you could drop a thumbs up down below. So Mav Closet, who's new, so Mav can go and give you a follow so she can find some good information from some great people from this community. So just put a thumbs up down below in the chat if you create reselling content on whatever platform you're on. TikTok Live, aka Chinese capitalism. Tin Hat John Mazda over here. Where do you get the clear packaging for all your items here today? Thank you. Bonnie, I order them from Amazon. I have an Amazon reseller shopping list. If you click on my website down below, you go to chris@peak.com. It's also just go to chris@peak.com and or click the link down below. You'll find my Amazon reseller shopping list. All the products I use for shipping are linked right there. So trusted vendors, people that I've been using for a long time. Good adhesives, good items, good boxes, all that stuff. I'm a business coach and had a client that wants to start reselling. I referred her to watch your feed for inspiration. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. That's really kind of you. What a nice compliment. Thanks for sharing me with your client. That's really cool. Business coach. I'd like to hear more about that, by the way. I was a career coach for a decade. I'm wearing my aluminum foil hat right now. I figured you would. John, thanks for hanging out in the Whatnot shows this weekend. It was good to have you. Appreciate your business. Laurel Creek's got a thumbs up. You should be following Laurel Creek. I'm a reseller that creates music content. Not helpful, but it is. I mean, I enjoy your content with the sound turned off sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes. Carhartt, last Poshmark sale, then we're going to do a coffee sale. Carhartt, women's size 12T. These are like a carpenter style. You know, it's got the little loop for your hammer. These sold on Poshmark for $20. Best offer, $20. Buyer pays for shipping. I love shipping on Poshmark because it's flat rate up to $20. I'm going to put these in a padded flat rate envelope. You can use flat rate products for Poshmark shipping. You can use any USPS priority as long as it's not priority express. You can use for Poshmark. You can use the medium flat rate boxes, the large flat rate boxes, the Tyvek envelope, any of the boxes, as long as it doesn't say express. That's part of our contract with USPS. 5.5 years, June. I got started in July of 2018, back when we lived in Denver, Colorado. Then we moved to Tampa, and now we moved back to Asheville. Thank you, Kristen. I paid $5 for those Carhartts. I picked them up about 2 months ago at the thrift store, and they sold for $20 on Poshmark. So probably about $12 profit on that piece right there. Laurel Creek, thank you so much for the gifts. And hey, you're number 174 member of the Peak Squad over here on TikTok. If you want to join the squad, you hit that little heart button right there next to my name if you want to join the squad, and then you get missions and rewards, and I don't really know how it all works, but you can do it if you want to. I love Poshmark because as long as it weighs less than Chris, it can go priority for free. Under 5 pounds, brother. I've cut back on picking up most Carhartt. I would agree that a lot of Carhartt, like this, the basic bro Carhartt stuff has slowed down for me. I've experienced that too. I still pick up a lot of it. I'm willing to sort of sit around on some inventory too, because I just got to pick what I can pick in this area. Not a big area, Snappy D, not a ton of options, not a lot of wealth here. So I got to do what I got to do. But yes, Carhartt has definitely slowed down for me, and I've seen prices go down too for the basic bro Carhartt stuff. Some of those like crazy vintage jackets and stuff like that. That's going to be good stuff. It'll probably always be good stuff. I got a handful of mustard yellow hoodies, Carhartt new, and they're flying off the shelves. There you go. Nice grab. A little retail arbitrage play from Andrew. I like it, brother. I like it. All right, we got one coffee order going out the door. I'm going to double check the platforms real quick to see if anything new came in. We got a new offer. Item listed for $49, offer for $30, counter offer $44. Move along. All right, next up. Nothing on eBay. And we're going to go over, we'll check chris@peak.com, see if we got anything. Nothing new there. And let's check TikTok shop real quick, see if anyone snagged some coffee during the live. I hate when it logs me out of this. Kind of would same thing every time. You know how I roll. It's like making me relog in and reconnect my account for TikTok shop. What a pain. Okay. Nada. Okay. It's more like a Dijon mustard Snappy D. There you go. I've been negotiating with your method of oh, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're priced right and you get the sell-through rate supports it, yeah, I like that strategy. Okay, this is a bag of the medium roast. This is the OG. We launched this coffee business last April, and this is the coffee that we brought to you, the first one. Roasted fresh every Thursday by Dynamite Roasting Company. This was roasted Thursday, and this is the medium roast. So it's got to have a nice milk chocolate flavor to it. Really balanced cup of coffee. If you haven't tried our coffee before, this is the one that I would start with. If you're not sure what to order, I would start with the medium roast. It's going to be a medium body, a little bit of sweetness from that milk chocolate, but again, it's fair trade, it's organic, and this is single origin. These beans are from Chiapas, Mexico, the highlands. Chiapas is the southernmost state of Mexico, right by the Guatemala border. The best coffee is grown at high elevations with high humidity, so in the tropics most of it. And that's definitely describes Chiapas, Mexico. So this comes from a small cooperative of farms. So it is a single origin coffee. It's not a blend of different beans. It is the same bean. Delicious, delicious coffee. Roasted fresh every Thursday. Thank you, Leanne, for your purchase. Appreciate it so much. Dark roast has less acidity, right? Generally speaking, the longer that you roast coffee, the less acidity it will have. So if you're looking for a low acidity, the two options I would recommend to you would be the medium roast. This is actually very low acidity for a medium roast, and the dark roast. Those are going to be the two lowest ones. But acidity isn't necessarily a bad thing with coffee. I think a lot of times people negate like acidity with bad. Acidity in coffee is what gives it that like real brightness. It's like the treble that they say, as opposed to like the bass that comes from a roastiness. The treble is like that kind of like bright flavors, the fruitiness that comes from usually those are in light roasts that are. So thank you, Leanne, for that. But I just want less heartburn. Yeah, I don't know that you'll notice a big difference in terms of like heartburn, but acidity in terms of taste, there will be a difference. But if you're really, really sensitive to it, yeah, I would suggest doing a medium roast or a dark roast. They're got to be pretty similar in acidity levels, because the medium roast does just happen to be a pretty low acidity medium roast as far as those things are concerned. Kim just put all the mail out and then just said, I forgot that the mail's not going today. We already talked about this like a couple of times. It's funny. What's up, Heather? Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Do you also resell? And if so, what sort of stuff do you resell? Let us know down below. Frenchie's in the house. What's up, French dude? Thanks for being here. Oh, Kim. TikTok says, good job. You've been live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. I could use a break. I would like a snack. I would like a snack too. Good afternoon, Frenchie. All right, I'm going to sign off for the day, y'all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Monday, Sunday, Monday, whatever it is. And we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm going to be live twice tomorrow. We'll do some shipping tomorrow, but we also have a Whatnot show, our weekly Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time Whatnot. If you're new to Whatnot, by the way, if you haven't joined yet, there's a link down below, or if you get to my website, chris@peak.com, there's a link. Click it. And join through that link. You'll get $15 for free. You can walk into my show or walk into anybody's show with $15 in your pocket. If you want to check out Whatnot, why not check it out with $15 in your pocket? I think that's the way to go. Link in profile. But tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you, Kim K. If you bookmark the show, it helps me out too. It will be a fun show. We'll have 40 to 50 items. We haven't loaded the show up yet, but we got some fire inventory as always. Steals and deals as always. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll do some shipping, and then we'll do some Whatnot at 7:30. Maybe we'll do an unboxing too, consignment unboxing tomorrow. I'm not sure. We got to figure it out. Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate it. And if you have any questions, if you're watching this on a recording, feel free to drop those questions down below. We get back to all those questions or comments or whatever. Share what's going on with your business. I love hearing about that. Snapdabble, was it about? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to sign off for the day. Y'all funny. Y'all fun. I'll see you soon. Peace. Hope you have a great day.